The fall of Constantinople on May 29, 1453, marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, a once powerful civilization that had lasted for over 1,000 years. This event is often seen as one of the key turning points in world history, marking the end of the medieval era and paving the way for the Renaissance, the rise of the Ottoman Empire, and significant changes in Europe and the wider world. Here's a closer look at this momentous event. The Byzantine Empire was the eastern half of the Roman Empire, centered around the city of Constantinople, which is modern-day Istanbul, Turkey. It had survived for over a millennium after the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE, maintaining Roman law, Greek culture, and Christianity. By the 15th century, however, the empire had been greatly weakened by internal divisions, external threats, and territorial losses. By the time of its fall, the Byzantine Empire was reduced to a small portion of southeastern Europe, with Constantinople as its only remaining major city. The empire had been besieged by various forces over the centuries, but its decline became particularly pronounced after the Fourth Crusade in 1204, when Crusaders sacked Constantinople and established the Latin Empire. The most significant threat to the Byzantine Empire came from the Ottoman Turks, who began to rise as a powerful force in the region in the 14th century. The Ottomans, under Sultan Mehmed II, nicknamed the Conqueror, had been steadily expanding their empire into former Byzantine territories in the Balkans and Anatolia, which is modern-day Turkey. By 1453, the Ottoman Empire had captured nearly all of the Byzantine lands except for the city of Constantinople. The city of Constantinople was strategically located on the Bosporus Strait, controlling trade routes between Europe and Asia, making it a critical target for the Ottomans. The siege began in early April 1453, when Sultan Mehmed II surrounded the city with a massive army and navy, reportedly numbering over 100,000 soldiers. The Byzantine defenders, led by Emperor Constantine XI Palaiologos, were vastly outnumbered, with only around 7,000 soldiers, including mercenaries from various parts of Europe, and they were unable to withstand the Ottoman assault for long. Despite their efforts to reinforce the city's defenses, including the famous Theodosian walls, the Byzantines were at a severe disadvantage. The Ottomans used advanced siege tactics, including massive cannons, some of the largest in history at the time, to breach the city's walls. Mehmed's army also employed siege towers and tunnels to weaken the defenses. One of the most crucial factors in the fall of Constantinople was the city's isolation. Western European powers were either indifferent or unable to offer significant help. The papal appeals for aid had little success, and the city remained on its own. Furthermore, the empire's internal resources were stretched thin, and they could not repair the walls or sustain a prolonged defense. After weeks of intense bombardment and assaults, the Ottomans breached the walls of Constantinople on May 29, 1453. The Ottomans launched a final, overwhelming assault, and despite a valiant defense by the Byzantines, the city was taken. The Emperor Constantine XI died fighting on the walls, marking the final act of the Byzantine Empire. The fall of Constantinople was a catastrophe for the Byzantines. Thousands of citizens were killed or enslaved, and the city's many treasures, libraries, and artworks were looted. The Hagia Sophia, the great cathedral and symbol of Byzantine Christianity, was converted into a mosque, symbolizing the triumph of Islam over Christianity in the region. End of the Byzantine Empire. With the capture of Constantinople, the Byzantine Empire was effectively wiped off the map, and the city became the new capital of the Ottoman Empire, renamed Istanbul. The rise of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans quickly consolidated their control over the former Byzantine territories, expanding their empire throughout southeastern Europe, Asia, and North Africa. They would go on to become one of the most powerful empires in the world. The Renaissance and the printing press. The fall of Constantinople also had a significant impact on Europe. Many Byzantine scholars fled to the West, bringing with them important manuscripts and knowledge that helped fuel the Renaissance. Additionally, the Ottomans' control of Constantinople cut off trade routes to Asia, prompting Europeans to seek new routes to the east, which eventually led to the Age of Exploration. The decline of Christian Byzantium. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of the Christian Byzantine Empire and the beginning of a period of Muslim dominance in the Eastern Mediterranean. It also marked the final chapter in the long struggle between the Eastern Orthodox and Catholic churches, as the city had been an important center of Eastern Christianity. The fall of Constantinople is remembered as a pivotal event in both Byzantine and world history. It ended the medieval era, signaled the beginning of the early modern period, and shaped the political, cultural, and religious landscape of Europe and the Middle East. The Ottoman Empire's dominance in the region lasted for over 4 centuries, and the city's capture was a defining moment in the spread of Islam into Europe. Meanwhile, the legacy of the Byzantine Empire and Constantinople's ancient grandeur continued to influence culture, art, and architecture for centuries after its fall.